Have you ever felt lonely even when surrounded by people? Or perhaps a deep boredom despite being in the vibrant atmosphere of a party? There are times when you're simply not enjoying yourself. Even when others are immersed in a movie or a night out with friends, you feel a missing piece that you can't quite name. That's often the feeling of emptiness. If you only experience this occasionally, don't worry too much. Everyone goes through it. Even the wealthiest and most famous people aren't immune. It might sound strange, right? Why would someone adored by so many feel down or lonely? But it's a real phenomenon, commonly referred to as emptiness. However, if this feeling of emptiness is constant, that's when it becomes a problem. This issue often stems from something deep within you. Today, we're going to explore this feeling of emptiness, one of the most common emotional states we face in this modern era. This is a psychological topic, and I know some of you might think, I don't need this. I'm not dealing with any psychological issues. I'm normal, always happy, always busy with life and work. But please, try to listen carefully. People across the globe are more alike than we think. Whether you're in the US, Europe, Asia, or anywhere else, having an understanding of psychology can help us avoid so many difficulties in life. The feeling of emptiness often emerges around university age, when starting a career, or building a family generally, from 18 years old onwards. Before that, a small number of children might feel empty, but it's often more related to the emotional fluctuations of puberty. True emptiness can be a really terrible feeling. You might wonder why you feel so alone despite being surrounded by many people. Sometimes, you might have money but find no joy in it. You sense that something is missing, but you can't pinpoint what it is. You don't know who you are. In today's society, there are many moments when we genuinely don't know who we are. Our education system, particularly in smaller, developing nations, often focuses solely on two types of intelligence: linguistic intelligence and logical mathematical intelligence. However, humans possess up to 8 different types of intelligence. Have you ever thought about what kind of intelligence a football player has? It's not logic or language. It's bodily kinesthetic intelligence. What about a singer? Certainly not math or language. But musical intelligence, like when you listen to a song and don't understand the lyrics, but still find it beautiful and want to listen again and again. There are many other types of intelligence: spatial, interpersonal, and naturalistic. The problem is that our education system often evaluates us based only on linguistic and logical intelligence. Meanwhile, you might be strong in kinetic intelligence. You see kids in school who are great at fighting but struggle academically. We label them as not smart because we assess them with math, literature, chemistry, or physics, when in reality, they could become excellent combat athletes. Many of us graduate from school without truly knowing who we are. We don't know our strengths or weaknesses because we've been educated and evaluated based on only 2 types of intelligence. This lack of self-knowledge leads to not knowing what we want. You might feel like everyone around you knows themselves. This guy will definitely become a pianist. This woman will surely become an actress. This child could become a great person. But you look at yourself, and you don't know. You might be able to predict that someone else will become a successful entrepreneur in 5 years. But you can't do that for yourself because you don't know your strengths, your weaknesses, and most importantly, who you are. This leads to a feeling of emptiness. While everyone around you seems to be progressing on a path they clearly understand, you're standing in a city, unsure of what to do or where to go. Is this the right path? Is this the right job? What if it's not suited to my abilities? So many unanswered questions, because no one around you told you these questions existed, and that they can be answered if you truly understand psychological issues. I want to make it clear, if you know who you are and what kind of person you are, you can avoid the feeling of emptiness. Because if you don't know who you are, you certainly won't know what kind of person you can become. That's the first reason you might feel empty. You lack meaningful relationships. Emptiness can also stem from not having meaningful relationships. This is especially true if you're primarily surrounded by superficial connections. Superficial relationships, these are people you know, interact with, and communicate with daily. But when you face problems, they aren't willing to help, and you can't truly trust them. Simply put, they are just acquaintances. Meaningful relationships. These are individuals who are ready to help. Listen to your innermost thoughts. People with whom you can share everything you can't tell anyone else. People who truly respect and understand you. You haven't fully left the past behind. This might sound abstract, but it's actually quite simple. Perhaps a past failure has made you hesitant to take a similar action again. For instance, if you had a traffic accident while driving too fast, you might now fear driving quickly. Or, you might have unintentionally done something seemingly harmless, only for a malicious person to exploit it and pressure you, causing you anxiety when doing similar things. Don't let the past hold you back. So many things from the past. Maybe your parent yelled at you, hit you, or scolded you once. You might not remember it, you might even have forgotten it now, but the imprint of that experience can still linger in your subconscious. It can make you fearful, leading to an inability to form healthy, genuine, meaningful relationships. It can contribute to your current feeling of lacking someone with whom to share emotions. This is all due to things from the past. You need to look back at your past. See if there's anything you're still running from, so you can confront it and no longer be afraid. One day, you'll be able to look straight at your past and feel it was a minor, insignificant event. At that point, the feeling of emptiness, the sense of lacking something within you, will disappear. You don't have a dream. The most crucial reason you might feel empty every day is that you don't have a dream. What does it mean to not have a dream? It means you don't know what kind of person you'll become in the future. What am I doing with my life? What will I become? What is my dream? You don't have answers to these future-oriented questions. As I mentioned at the very beginning, not knowing who you are leads to not knowing what kind of person you want to become. These two ideas are deeply interconnected. You look at others and clearly see, oh, they're so amazing. Becoming a pianist, they're becoming a business owner. You might even look at your friend who wasn't great at academics but was excellent at football, and you think they'll become a football player. But why did they become one? Because every day, little by little, they knew they wanted to be a player. They had to play football. They had to practice. Because you don't know who you are. You don't know what kind of person you want to become. You don't have a dream. What is your dream? You don't know. Unlike others, who have a clear future plan, your life isn't so aimless. It doesn't just drift by each day with unanswered questions. This leads to the frustration and disappointment you feel with yourself, stemming from the emptiness caused by not knowing what kind of person you want to become, by not having a dream. Dedicate time to confront yourself. You need to sit down or stand, walk or drive. The posture isn't what matters. You need to look squarely at yourself and ask questions that help you understand yourself. Don't use that time to run away. Don't go shopping, travel, go to cafes or bars every time you feel empty. Your actions then are like your car running out of gas, but you take it to a car wash instead of the gas station. It won't work. The feeling of emptiness is inside you, in your spirit, your soul, not in external things like shoes or accessories you wear. You need to ask yourself these questions. What are you good at? What do you want to do? What are you capable of doing? Have you forgiven yourself for past mistakes? Do you compare yourself to anyone else? Do you blame yourself for others' mistakes? Do you exercise enough? Do you get enough sleep? These are questions you can ask to understand what you're truly thinking at any time of day, whether you're eating, drinking, or talking. Stop and name the emotion you're feeling at that moment. It could be boredom, happiness, excitement, confusion. You need to clearly name that emotion because doing so will help you understand your own feelings. And when you understand those feelings, you'll be less likely to get swept away by superficial activities because you'll know what you need, what you truly want. Also, research the 9 types of intelligence I mentioned more thoroughly. But the most important key is that you need to try everything. Don't think, okay, so I'm not good at literature or math. That means I'm good at one of the other 8, or I'm bad at all 8. But how will you know? It's simple. Try everything related to those areas. Your life, as some people at bars like to say, is YOLO, you only live once. No, that's not it. You only die once. You live every day. You live every day. You die only once. So you have plenty of time each day. Try everything, and gradually you'll discover what you're good at, what suits you. Even if something suits you but you're not yet great at it, that's okay. At least you'll know what kind of person you are, which will lead to knowing what kind of person you'll become in the future. And gradually, the feeling of emptiness within you will disappear. This means you should connect with people you can truly confide in, with whom you can share your deepest secrets and even your flaws comfortably. This is very different from just hanging out with people who only show up when things are fun, but are nowhere to be found when you're sad or tired. Stay away from superficial friends. Gradually, if you do these things, you'll lose that feeling of emptiness. Because if you don't find ways to address these issues, you might feel empty now, but eventually, because you don't know who you are, you don't have people with whom to share your true feelings, and you don't have future goals, you risk falling into depression. And depression is exhausting. It leads to all sorts of other problems. I hope that after watching this video, you'll better understand your emotional state. You'll no longer be stuck in these feelings of emptiness, boredom, and so on. How do you feel? Let me know in the comments below. And please, don't forget to offer your suggestions for future topics. They'll really help me improve. Also, like and subscribe to the channel, as that's a huge motivation for me.